Hello, and lead with love. I'm still talking about the courthouse. The courthouse with the case file that has been filed since March 1st of 2024. And I applied for the Bronx County Clerk position in 2023. They never responded. I never received a rejection letter. I never received an approval letter. I never received any kind of notification that my documents were received in the office, and they were mailed directly to Teresa Torres. Yeah, you know what happened, right? Yeah. Teresa, I talk about her all the time. But whatever, that's another reason why I'm suing the courthouse. The courthouse, Paulina B Garcia, Paulina B Garcia versus the Bronx Supreme Courthouse. Index 1021 2024. This is the summons and complaint. There is 405 pages of the document. There's 405 pages of proof. They call it exhibits. It's your proof, is what goes to the summons and complaint. This is the summons and complaint. I am suing. There's so many forms of discrimination. Discrimination. I'm a woman, and these people in the courthouse, they're all men. They're men. And then they can look at me and see me as young, whatever. That's ageism. You're judging me. You're discriminating against me because of my age, because of my sex, because I'm a woman. You want to discriminate against me. Okay, it's okay because I can sue you for that. It is illegal. It's discrimination. Title 7 of the law, of my civil rights law. Harassment, bullying, stalking, making the work environment hostile and uncomfortable on purpose. They would make the work environment hostile and uncomfortable on purpose. The sabotage of my confidential information. She sabotaged my application because where is it? Nobody responded. Nobody responded to me. Pain and suffering, like all this time wasted. You wasted a lot of my time. And it's like, oh my God, if I was the county clerk, I would be terminating a lot of people that are not doing their job. How long is a file supposed to be on your desk? How long is a file supposed to take to reach a judge's chamber? How long is things supposed to be unattended to? Yeah, you're not doing your job. It's too much for you. Are you incompetent? Can you read? Do you know what's in here? Do you know what's in here? Yeah, you don't want to do your job? That's called insubordination. When you don't want to listen and you don't want to do your job and you want to make things hard, you making things hard. Yeah, insubordination, that's an automatic termination. You keep playing with me. But that's why I'm not the county clerk, because I would be firing, terminating a lot of people for not doing their job, not completing their job. The courthouse, you get a government job, you're still supposed to do your job. That does not mean that you get a government job and you do less work. No, you still have to do your job. You are servicing the Bronx community. It's a borough. We have the Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, all these boroughs. Everybody has to do their work. Why is the Bronx always on the bottom? Every borough does their work, but the Bronx is, always last. It's because of the people that are in places of power that don't do their job. Failure to do their job, their incompetence, the negligence. They're old. They're senior citizens. They're decrepit. They're senile. They don't know what the hell they're doing. And it's just like, oh my God, you don't need to be here anymore. Your services are no longer needed. Like, we can dismiss you. You'll get your severance package. And it's okay because, you have to clean it up and say it nicely. But people that don't want to do their job, they don't need to have a government job. If you don't want to do your job, you don't need to have that job. That's my opinion. My opinion. But that's why I'm not the county clerk. That's why, because I would be firing a whole bunch of people that are not doing their job, because all the work shouldn't be put on one person. Everybody should be doing the work. Everyone should be processing the work. Cases should not be on anyone's desk for months and no one is attending to it. Yeah, you need to be terminated. You don't need that job. You don't need it. You don't know what you're doing, and you're not working. You're not working. You get a job. You're supposed to work. You're supposed to work. You know what? But that's why I'm not the county clerk. That's why I'm suing the Bronx Supreme Courthouse for all of the things that they're not doing. Their failure to do their job. Sexism, racism, harassment, bullying, targeting, stalking, retaliation. Retaliation against me because I filed all these complaints against the courthouse. And then it's a courthouse, it's general. It's the Bronx Supreme Courthouse in general. And then they were like, "Oh, do you want to sue the entire unified court?" Yes, yes. I want to sue the entire unified court system for New York State because you can only sue the state. You can't sue the entire unified court system for the United States of America. It's per state. I'm gonna sue the state of New York. Okay, so you have to file this in federal court. Make sure you file it. You have to serve these papers in federal court too. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And I fucking did that. And I did it. I did everything within 7 days. I filed the affidavit service. I did everything. They're supposed to respond to me within 45 days. No one responded. No one responded to the action that I filed against the Bronx Supreme Courthouse. No one responded to the job application. The job is out the window because I don't even want that. I don't even want that job because it's like, oh my God, like I have to sue you in order for you to do anything. I gotta come on YouTube. I have to talk about this shit on YouTube. My channel is a spiritual channel. It's a spiritual. I'm supposed to be talking about spiritual things, but it's spirituality still because it's spell word. They're hiding the document. I can't prove it. I can't prove the spell word. So I have to it prove the incompetence, the negligence, the sabotage. Yeah, that I can prove. There's 405 pages of that. 1021-2024. Look at the case. Paulina B Garcia versus the Bronx Supreme Courthouse, comma, the unified court system for the entire New York State. Index 1021 of 2024. Live with love. Live with love. Stay positive. Vibe high. Bye bye. Live with love. Bye.